Hello, and welcome back to the Druidic Stormcloud channel, where today I'll be playing Final Fantasy XIV, a game I play on Saturdays, with a character that was made in part by Poles and in part by a friend. And what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be going through the main cities that we have access to. We're going to be picking up all of the job quests and doing them real quick. All of the non-basic job quests, the ones that don't start off from a class. We're going to be getting those. We're going to be completing them. We're going to be having access to those jobs. And we're going to continue the main story. Now, before I end, I plan on testing at least one of those jobs in a dungeon. With the NPC characters, of course. But still, one that I don't have any prior experience with. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into this without any other build-up. Here we go. And we're going to be randomizing our minion once again. Well, that's an interesting little one. You might be wondering what this one is. It is the Wide-Eyed Fawn. That is an achievement one, I believe. So, what we're going to pick up first is right near us. The Zealous Yellow Jacket will give us the Blue Mage job. You there. Would I be right in guessing you're an adventurer? If so, I've got a request to make. We've had reports of some charlatan claiming to be a blue mage, whatever that's supposed to be. He could be a blue arsdwarf rat for all I care. But I hear he's selling so-called soul crystals to adventurers for a tidy sum. Apparently they're meant to give the holder all sorts of mystical powers, which is a load of chocobo crap, according to a dozen or so dissatisfied customers. You see, spells and whatnot are not really my field of expertise, which is why I want you to help me investigate. I need you to tell me whether these crystals are the genuine article. If they turn out to be fakes, I'll arrest him on charges of fraud, and you will receive a fair payment for your assistance. And if by some miracle, or if they by some miracle end up doing what he claims, you might be able to pick up some new parlor tricks or two. So, are you in? Very good. We've received word he's haggering passerbys near Summerford Farms. I'll meet you there. I'm going to go back to White Mage because that's the only one that's over at 50. And I just realized I can, in fact, pick up another healer job over this way after we get the dancer over here. The dancer is a ranged attacker. Good madam. Oh, good madam. You can spare a moment, yes? Of course you can. You see, I've just witnessed a performance most marvelous, and I simply must tell someone about it. What sort of performance, you ask? Why, none other than a troupe of traveling dancers hailing from Radzatan across the sea. I dare say their bold, exotically beautiful motions are like nothing our realm has ever seen. Adventurers like you are always on the lookout for stimulating new experiences, are you not? You simply must be witness this spectacle for yourself. Just follow this road towards the Covenant of the Dutiful Sisters, and you'll run smack dab into the stage they've set up in the square. And you give us the Sage. Limsa, former disreputable haven for pirates, and now one of the realm's finest city-states, boasting a peerless shipping industry and an enviable culinary culture. Oh, how it bustles! The tomes did not lie. Well, here I am, Mother, in faraway Eorzea. I will complete this mission, just you watch. In your noble name, and as fast as my class, and as first of my class, I will succeed. And afterwards, perhaps I shall invite your esteemed alumni, Alicia, for tea at the Bismarck. I'll be the envy of everyone. Ah! My apologies, good madam. I failed to notice you. I am Lala. I'm not going to try and pronounce that. A native of Charlian. By your appearance, I assume you're an adventurer. Are you perchance well-traveled in Eorzea? So you are! How very fortuitous! And Kiara is your name, you say? I swear I heard it somewhere before. In any event, it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. As for myself, I am an operative on a mission from the Forum, our nation's governing body. This being my first time in Eorzea, I studied as best I could in preparation, but there is no substitute for a local's knowledge. Thus did I intend to hire an adventurer like yourself to serve as my escort. The mission is the pursuit and capture of fugitives, and thus it would entail some danger, but you appear to be no stranger to such. Might you be willing to assist me in this endeavor? I'd be glad to give you the grand tour. Wonderful! While I have some skill with the blade and can fend for myself, I should be glad of your company, capable company, even. Now then, ere I divulge the particulars of my mission, we should head somewhere more private, perhaps outside the city by the Zephyr Gate. Alright, we're going to continue with the first one we have, though, which is going to be down here. Ah. Greetings, traveler. Come to see our little show, have you? On behalf of Troop Fallison, I welcome you. My troop mates are seeing to the final preparations even as we speak. Don't wander too far, the curtain will be rising any minute now. It's been quite some time since we brought our art to these shores, so or so our fearless leader tells us. I've been practicing day and night ever since we arrived to bring you and your countrymen the performance of a lifetime. Oh, so we just go here and wait. So close and yet so far. For all who cannot make the voyage to our home, we bring our art to yours. Hailing from Razad Han across the sea, I present the incomparable, transcendent Troop Falsam. Today we have prepared a sumptuous feast for your eyes and ears. Let the soaring melodies of the striking steps of our dance, and the stirring steps of our dance, reach your hearts and spirit you away to a distant world. Alright, here we go with a bit of an introduction to the dancer class, I assume. Alright. Yes, just so Riet, Rana. Betray not your trembling heart. Dance your dance till the last, and let them fall under your spell. My apologies. I did not mean to intrude upon your experience. Pray ignore my mutterings and enjoy the girl's performance. She's trained quite hard for this day, after all. I must say, you carry yourself with a certain grace, don't you? But do excuse me. I forget myself. All right. Forgive me for not having properly introduced myself. I am Nishmeria, principal dancer and leader of Troop Falsim. Rana, the girl whose performance you were admiring, is my #1 student and protege. This may seem a bit forward, but pray tell, have you ever harbored ambitions of stepping on stage, of losing yourself in a whirlwind of music and motion, and enchanting your audience with your every movement? Forgive me, I know this is all quite sudden, and yet I could not help myself from the first moment I laid eyes on you. I saw, how can I put it, a poise that could only be honed on the field of battle. Yes, there's no doubt in my mind you would make a fine dancer. I see you are confused, and for good reason. Allow me to explain. There are forms of dance meant merely to grace the stage and then there is the art of troupe falsium. We dance I'm not going to try and pronounce that, a dance of war so ancient it is said to predate even the founding of our city. Our dancers train primarily in 2 techniques, each with applications both ornamental and martial. For one, we are proficient in throwing weapons, which are most dazzling to the eyes, and even more damaging to any unfortunate foes they strike. The second is, of course, dancing itself. Perhaps you have already felt it, but it is believed that there are mystical powers to our movements, which can serve to heighten senses, lift spirits, and drive weakness and worry from people's hearts. The people of Eorzea have done well to rebuild this realm and in the calamity's wake, yet there are scars that still go unhealed, and the specter of war still looms large over the land. If our art of dance, it might serve to, in some small way, to ease these worries and fears, and offer succor to the hearts of Eorzeans far and wide, nothing would bring our humble troupe greater honor. And so did I decide to lead Troupe Falsium on a tour of this realm. There is, however, a bit of a rub. We have come with only 2 dancers, Rana and myself, and I am still nursing an injury I suffered on the voyage over. My protege is a talented one, but I can hardly ask her to bear the burden of tour alone, and so I felt compelled to reach out to you. I can assure you that the arrangements would be to our mutual benefit. Should you offer us your aid, I will personally instruct you in the art of the battle dance, an art that will avail you not only on the stage, but on the field of battle as well. Oh, worry not. I will not force you to rush your decision. We must begin rehearsal for our next performance. Do give some thought to my offer and seek me out again should you be so inclined. Alright, and here we get the dancer job. You return, friend. Have you taken the time to think over my offer? Splendid. To tell the truth, I had feared your answer would be no. But fortune smiles upon Troupe Falsium today. As principal dancer and company leader, allow me to officially welcome you to our ranks. Wait, don't tell me. Neshmara has handpicked you to join our troupe and become a dancer? Is Rana right, or is that Rana right? I knew it. I haven't been doing this for long, for as long as Mistress Neshamara, but even I can see that your poise and posture is anything but ordinary. But don't get your hopes up too high. You're going to have to work your arse off to outshine Ranamigo. Let it suffice to say that I would be watching both of your careers with great interest. Oh, but where are my manners? I haven't even asked my student her name. An elegant name indeed. Very well then, Kiora. This is for you. This crystal houses the amassed knowledge and memories of generations of our forebears. Butterflies of the battlefield who have fluttered their way into history and legend. Take it and treasure it. And, of course, you'll also be needing a change of clothes. Here, this outfit should do. Go ahead and put it on. You'll be amazed at the freedom of movement and the pliant fabric affords you. There we go. We now have the dancer job, which starts off at level 60. Alright. Now then. No. There we go. Picking up the Blue Mage and Sage jobs. This is going to be very important later on. I have no idea what level Sage is going to start off at. Forgive me if I seem overly cautious, but this mission is highly confidential. With Wonk people to learn of it, my superiors would give me an earful. But I believe we may speak freely here. So permit me to brief you on the details. As I mentioned, I am on the trail of fugitives, criminals who fled Charlian and came to these shores. Extremely dangerous individuals who have enhanced themselves via forbidden means. Means which have rendered them unsound of mind. While in the state of delirium, one of their companions even committed murder. He died thereafter due to side effects of his enhancement, but 3 others remain at large and pose a threat to innocence. Their leader, a Vira male, is also alleged to have stolen valuable technological secrets. By way of reference material, I've brought this soul crystal. Ow, it's hot, so it's... What in the world? I've never known soul crystals to give off such heat before. It's finally cooled down, but what could have triggered that intense reaction? Not even at the stadium did I ever witness such a thing. But maybe it was you? The technological secrets which were stolen were contained in a similar crystal. This particular sample has been loaned to me by a healing institute in Charlian. Tell me, Kiara, in the course of your adventures, have you ever fervently wished to save someone, but failed to do so despite your best efforts, and afterwards cursed your own powerlessness? Yeah, that has happened. Moonbrea, especially. And the escape. Forgive me if my question was indelicate, but there can be no doubt the soul crystal resonated with that desire within you. When I received the crystal, I was told, should it respond in this manner to my Eorzean collaborator, I should entrust it to them, for the knowledge it imparts, the knowledge of Somnolus, would surely avail me in my mission. Developed at the Studium, that's a discipline which combines the wisdom of medicine, aetherology, and sorcery. And those who have mastered it are called sages. Though, through medicine, a sage grasps the workings of the flesh. Through aetherology, she unlocks the secrets of the soul, and through sorcery, she learns to manipulate the two. Thus trained, a sage has the ability to both strengthen and heal. Yet, by the same token, she is also capable of the opposite, of causing harm. Not just anyone can take up a sage's art. No, one must be prepared to hold the lives of others in one's hands. Are you willing to bear such a burden, Kiara? If you are, and would swear to use the art for good, then I shall entrust this soul crystal to you. So have you come to a decision? Then I will bear witness to your pledge. Do you swear to use the sage's art for good and to wield its power to the best of your judgment and ability? Yes, give me the sage. Excellent. Chosen as you are by the crystal, I had faith that you would rise to the occasion. When those around you cry out for succor, the crystal shall be your ally, for it bears the wisdom of sages past, and their hopes for the future. By hearkening to the whispers and following in their footsteps, you will come to embody those hopes, to save and change countless lives. Lest you worry how you will learn the art, I can provide guidance, to an extent in any case. During my time at the Studium, I had occasion to study the art. You see, while I wasn't gifted in spellcraft and came to favor steel, I remember the lessons and will share what I know. Together with the soul crystal, I shall provide you with a set of sage's garments. So go on, take up your crystal and don your attire, and we shall begin your training. And Sage starts off at level 70. Now, let's work on Blue Mage, shall we? In fact, we're going to change our class back to Scholar. You got here just in time. It looks like he's about to make his pitch. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. The name is Martin, and today I present to you a wonder of the new world. They call it a blue magic. Beyond the Indigo Deep live the Walik, who have their own unique brand of spellcasting. Like black and white magic, it draws on aethers from the surroundings, but what's there, or that's where the similarities end, my friends. I'm sure you've all seen wild creatures lashing out with fire, ice, and what have you. It's a form of self-defense, see, but it's still magic. The Walik, or Walki, discovered how to harness aether in the same way and wield the forces of nature. But how, I hear you cry? It's simple. You have to attune your mind to the instincts of the beast. When a creature is driven to attack, you can see into its soul. When you overcome it in battle, you absorb some of its ether and make its power your own. Of course, it's not as easy picking fights with the local wildlife, but my Welki mentors taught me well, and now it's my turn to teach you. Behold the power of blue magic. By the 12, did you see that? I thought you'd be impressed. Now, before anyone asks why it's called blue magic, let me tell you. For the Whalkey, this color holds special meaning, sacred even. And seeing as this ain't white or black magic, it seemed like the perfect fit. I suppose you're also wondering what you need to become a blue mage like me. Well, for starters, you'll be wanting one of these. A soul crystal, and don't forget a specially designed outfit to help you look the part. I'll even throw in one of these spell books, personally penned by yours truly, containing everything you need to know about learning blue magic. I've got enough for all of you, but you'd better snap them up before it's too late. Are you not really that dense? Can't you see he's playing you for fools? drive the beast to attack. More like run headlong into battles with only a silly blue costume for protection. Of course, no one can claim it's fraud when they're in the bottom of some creature's belly. We feast on your flesh, smooth skins. Your gods could not save you now. All of you, stay back. No more! Please spare us! They never stood a chance! Bugger all this swords and shields nonsense! I'm giving blue magic a try! There's definitely something fishy going on here. And the arrival of those Mamul Cha was a little too timely for my liking. Come on, let's see where he goes next. Alright. It looks like he's heading for Morby Dry Docks. Follow me. Up and auto. Okay. It's a level mate. Or levy mate. According to one of the guards, this Martine character has been seen skulking around the docks over the last few days. Apparently he's been begging for leftovers from the mess hall. Considering that he's making Gil hand over fist from the gullible adventurers, this strikes me as more than a little odd. Anyway, he was last spotted making his way to the Salt Strand. Let's go. Oh, that's for a battle. Okay, and we have out of the blues over there. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Just as I suspected, he's up to no good. Why else would he come all the way to a place like this? Martine, you said you'd be less violent this time. But that was very violent. Very violent indeed. It all adds to the realism. And you lads did a great job. No, your gods cannot save you now. Nice improvisation. That one bloke damn near shot himself. I think I've seen it. I think we've seen enough. Hold it right there. I'm placing you under arrest on charges of fraud. Fraud? This is all a big misunderstanding. A misunderstanding. You can't pull the wool over my eyes. The game's up, and the same goes for you two. I knew you were in cahoots from the very beginning. As for those crystals, I'm about as convinced by them as I was by your acting. Say what you will about our sales technique, but there's nothing dodgy with the merchandise. I'll have you know I poured my heart and soul into those crystals, and the spellbooks explain how to learn the magic. It ain't my fault the buyers can't be arsed to read 'em. And if you're thinking about clapping me in irons over the outfits not providing enough protection, I can assure you they were tailored especially with the needs of a blue mage in mind. I'll admit I had to cut a few corners to keep the cost down, but still. It all boils down to whether the sold crystals are genuine or not. I know it's a lot to ask, but would you try this blue magic of his? Come on, miss. Don't be shy. Once you've learned your first spell, you'll know I ain't pulling your leg. I'll even let you borrow one of the outfits. Oh yes, very fetching. While you've been getting changed, Latulja and Galija have been luring over a nice cooperative baby kraken to teach you water cannon. The bait's been laid out, so one should turn up any minute now, or any moment now, even. Run away! Run away! That's a bit on the big side, lads. And not to worry, all you have to do is give it a few licks with the patented blue magic focus, or stick if you prefer. And our tentacled friend will return the favor by firing possibly quite painful jets of water at you. Oh, and try not to die. Okay. That's going. Impressive! After that little escapade, you should be able to fire your very own water cannon. By the by, you didn't, strictly speaking, need to be struck by the magic you're trying to learn. But that'll probably happen whether you want it to or not. In some cases, repeatedly. As long as you're the one that or as long as you're the one that beats after, its power should be yours. Assuming you can defeat it. You see, this is what most people don't realize about becoming a blue mage. When you start out, you're like a blank slate. It takes a fair amount of recklessness, I mean bravery, to stare these creatures down and look into their souls. It's a shame that not all of my customers have your determination, but that's hardly grounds for calling me a fraud. You don't think he's telling the truth, do you? Now that's settled, I'll be having my wares back if you don't mind. What's that? You still don't believe me? To be honest, miss, I don't even know what more I can do. Tell you what, why don't I give you a soul crystal outfit and spellbook for free? That way, as a fully fledged blue mage, you can act as living proof of my innocence. Sound fair to you? Alright, Blue Magic Spellbook under Character menu to assign actions. Blue Magic Arms generally have no effect on your attributes. However, equipping armor and accessories that boost your intelligence will greatly increase the damage dealt by your offensive magic. If you lose your Blue Mage gear, replacements can be purchased. Calamity, Salvators, Limsa, Limosa, Gridania, and Dilda. And Blue Mage starts off at level 1. It is a limited job too, meaning that a lot of stuff can't be done with it. It can't be used in things like dungeons, raids, and so on. I know, a bit disappointing, but you get what you get. Alright, and it's Outer Lenoska that we have to go to. Let's just teleport there. Okay. There we go. So this is Camp Overlook. Indeed, its inhabitants do seem the type to clout on the man in the face in place of a howdy-do. Shall we make some inquiries after our prematurely retired instructor? Let's rendezvous at this spot once you've gathered what intelligence we may. Bloke late at Ishgard? Aye, there was a stranger come out asking after one of our lads. Told him the sorry sod he was looking for was in the cabin by the lift, resting up from an axe wound. You mean that big old Rogarian bastard? You'll find him pacing the boards in the front of the infirmary. Some of the lads seem to know the bloke, but no bugger seems eager to say ow. Hey, I've seen him all right. Got himself a cold reception, too. You can't come apologizing for a deed decade old and just expect to be forgiven. Interesting. How fared your interrogations? 'Twould seem our man came here to visit an old acquaintance. In the vicinity of the lift, you say? Let's investigate this infirmary then. Were the conditions of your employment not satisfactory? Return with us to the manufactory, and we can discuss more favorable terms. I understand that Ishgardians presently accord mechanists rather less. I understand that Ishgardians presently accord mechanists rather less than the respect they deserve, but I promise you, our worth will shine through in due time. People will clamor to learn our profession. You cannot abandon us now, Rosnethel. Think of the future. Leave me be. One more step and I'll blow your yapping jaw off. Joy, if you please. You shite-eating bastard! Next time I'll aim for the shaft twixt your thighs. Okay, I did not see that coming. Are you not proud? 'Twas you who taught Joy everything she knows about shooting. And spitting colorful profanity besides. Aye, the last learned me lessons well enough to be your new master of marksmanship, I'd wager. Do you think so? Oh, but no, Joy's far too busy with her duties at the manor house. And besides, we have this building, our budding mechanist who is simply dying to learn from the great Rostlin. Buffalo shite. Any scrag who's known me would rather I be, or rather I did the dying. Oh, just look at you, the epitome of a roguish swashbuckler. But why ever did you cease brandishing your weapon in that fashion? Cause only pirate scum and cause only pirate scum will fire like this. Oh, hold a firearm like this. Okay, that's what they were saying. And I ain't gonna teach the mechanist's ways to no hopeless sausage-fingered adventurer that you dragged in off the street. Then you're saying that if our sausage-fingered adventurer shows a glimmer of hope, you will consent to instruct her. Did you hear that, Kiara? This is your chance to display your aptitude for marksmanship. Here, I took the liberty of packing some extra tools of the trade. Convince our reluctant instructor that you are serious in your intentions. Not from around these parts, are you? Fine, Stifavon. Siphinion. I'll give your whelp one bloody chance. One lesson to see what she's made of. The fate of the Sky Steel manufactory, nay, the very future of mechanistry, is in your sausage-fingered hands. Take up your weapon and aim for the stars. Alright, Mechanist is unlocked. And we leveled up. This starts us off as a level 30 Mechanist. now we're going to go ahead and return to Gridania. Alright, and Gunbreaker is a gunblade-wielding tank. Oi, Mist. Fancy making yourself useful. Why am I giving a Scottish accent? Oh well. Listen close. A gang of highwaymen have been applying their trade round here these last few days, and we're trying to flush them out. They're slippery buggers, though, so we need all the help we can get. That's where you come in. We've spotted them lurking in the bramble patch, and we're getting ready to spring our trap. All you have to do is color anyone who strikes you as a bit shifty and raise the alarm. We'll take care of the rest. Okay. We're also going to stop by the Serpent's Den and take care of our group of individuals that are right in here. The barracks. Because we had the promotion quest going on. A close call by all accounts, but the squadron has returned safely from its deployment. Not everyone comes back from a mission like that. And the accolades have been flooding in through our sister companies. You should be proud, Commander. And Squadron Rank 3. Access to difficulty for priority missions. Completing priority missions earns you special rewards, so be sure to deploy your squadron for these challenging duties. Be aware, however, that successful completion will lock access to other priority missions until the timer resets. Priority mission status reset every Tuesday at 3 a.m. Earth time. And before I forget, there was one other matter which we must attend. We've received a missive from the Adder's Nest regarding your performance, if you'll permit me. For outstanding efforts in the Adventurer Squadron Initiative, the Lieutenant Frostborn is hereby promoted to First Serpent Lieutenant, effective immediately. A letter of promotion! Congratulations, Commander, and very well deserved, I must say. Okay, a few squadron roster because we have this guy has a thing we can do. Yeah, we're gonna change that one. Confirm chemistry. Tank specific materia is a better one. right. All right. All right. Pictomancy requires level 80. Not sure why that's not something we can do. Let's go investigate. Let's go see what that's about. We can also turn in our achievements for achievement points and possibly get something interesting. Why can't I get this one? Oh! That's a summoner one. Okay. Alright, and I now have 13 points. Okay. Alright, we could get the Wild Rose Barding for the Chocobo, but the Barding of Light is something I already have. Behemoth Warhorn. Voidal Resonator. And Wild Rose Barding. And Black Mage Barding. Now let's go ahead and use those items. They're all cosmetic and mostly pointless. But these are achievements, so they're free. Alright, and with that, we're going to go this way. Random jumping just to do so. Alright. We need to go to Central Shroud to get to Eastern Shroud. Okay, there's where we need to go for this. Eh. Out of my way or I'll get ya. Are we gonna have a fight? It feels like we're going to have a fight here. Yep. I didn't set my chocobo to tank. Companion, chocobo, defense and defender stance. Oh, the tired swordsman here. Well, weary swordsman, but either way. You have my thanks, stranger. And mine. If you hadn't shown up, things could have gone very badly for us. It's my fault. I'll be I'll be more careful next time. Truth be told, I thought we'd have a quieter journey after sneaking past all those Imperial patrols and leaving Rayabana behind. How wrong I was. To think we'd be caught unawares by a gang of common thieves. What's going on? We heard a commotion and... That's one of them, just like the witnesses described. It's strange they'd go after a pair like you. All their marks so far have been merchants and whatnot. You know, folks carrying coin and valuables who won't put up much of a fight. I reckon if any other cronies are out there watching, they'll think twice before crossing you lot again. Still, might be an idea for you to see these travelers to Gridania. Me and the others will keep looking for the rest of the highwaymen. Those bandits. Something about this doesn't sit right with me. We barely have a fistful of gild between us, and I have a couple of foams of edged steel strapped to my back. Not the most likely of targets. Perhaps that's why they went straight for the kill, and they might have succeeded if you hadn't stepped in. We're in your debt. I'm Radovan, and this is Sophia. We traveled here from Isilbard, far to the north, where once I served as a soldier of Garlemald. I had no choice. My family was taken hostage. While it is true that I have fought and killed for the Empire, I would never have done so willingly. Though I've freed myself from their shackles, the life I'd known is no more. But that was another life, one I would sooner put behind me. I came to Eorzea in the hopes that I might start anew here. As for me, I also escaped from the Garleans. I was part of a resistance movement, until we were all rounded up, or killed, that is. The Empire took everything from me. My family, my homeland. With nowhere else to go, the two of us decided we'd stand a better chance of surviving if we stuck together. And here we are. To see me now, you'd scarce believe I once served as personal guard to my queen. But in the end, I couldn't protect her. I couldn't protect anyone, not even my wife and son. While I would have gladly given my life for theirs, it was not to be. Even so, there may still be a use for the skills I spent years honing, those whom I may yet deliver from harm. That's why I suggested looking for employment as bodyguards in Eorzea, and Gridania seemed as good a place to start, in any rate. I know you've helped us enough already, but I have a proposal. Would you consider working with us? Now hold on, Radovan. That's rather a lot to ask, don't you think? But Kiara has what it takes to become a gunbreaker. It seems my gunblade has caught your eye. You may have seen Garleans wielding something similar, but this is the genuine article. The ones used by the Empire are simply edged weapons with a firearm bolted on, or vice versa. While they have their uses, they pale in comparison to those my clan forged for generations. Our gunblades use ethereally imbued cartridges. If the weapon looks similar, that's because Final Fantasy VIII. When you pull the trigger, the powdered crystal within ignites, releasing the aether. This sends a powerful shockwave through the gunblade, increasing its destructive capabilities. The cartridges can even be fired into the air to create defensive barriers. Perhaps you should save the lectures until you've heard Kiara's answer? Ah, yes. First thing first. So, are you interested? In exchange for assisting us, I will teach you the art of the gunbreaker. And I was wondering if you might be able to act as a guide. If you'd accept the gunblade training as a form of payment, we'd be most grateful. Once the coin starts rolling in, you'll receive a fair share. You'll need not answer right away, but please give it some thought. Have you reached a decision? Yes, Gunbreaker. From this day forth, our fates are intertwined. While the path that lies ahead is not an easy one, the spirit of my predecessors will watch over you. Gunbreaker. Gunbreaker starts off at level 60. I think we might try that one out. Either that or Dark Knight. Okay. Speak with Lentali at the row house. Is looking into the future. Looking into the future is oh. So that's all of the jobs I can currently get. You'll notice that Reaper, Viper, and Pictomancer are still not accounted for, and those will be handled eventually. There we go. Okay. Ah, you are returned. Sir Emmerich and the others await you within. All right.
In summary, the Isle owes its lofty position to the industry of the Allagans. And we can be all but certain that the Archbishop and his cronies are enjoying the view from its top.
I see.
If we are to join them, we will first need to pass through the Isle's etheric barrier, which is, alas, more powerful than most. Powerful enough to make a mess of a perfectly good airship at any rate. As far as I can gather, the barrier mechanism draws ether from the surrounding environment and polarizes its elemental aspect to produce what is, in effect, a wall of lightning.
It seems plain that without the Vanu's key, any attempt to reach the Isle will end in failure.
Alas, the key was careless enough to leave without us, and I don't think the Vanu keep a spare.
Master Garland, based on your experience, is there no other way that we might breach the barrier?
Well, in the past, we've beaten similar barriers by nullifying them with elemental converters. But the one we're up against this time dwarfs aught we've encountered before. The Enterprise simply isn't large enough to bear the requisite amount of crystals.
I'm reminded of the quantity needed to nullify Leviathan's command of the sea. A veritable mountain of crystals that could only be borne by lashing 2 galleons together to form a twin vessel, scarcely able to propel itself, much less fly.
That said, we're not without options. If it isn't feasible to nullify the barrier, we might try piercing it.
How?
We create a ram of condensed ether and mount it on my ship. There's just one problem. I don't have the faintest idea how to build one. It's going to take a true authority in the field, I reckon.
Would that the Archons were still with us.
Interesting.
But yesterday evening, I chanced to find Mistress Tataru in unusually high spirits. Assuming I understood her excited ramblings correctly, she has acquired a clue, pointing to the whereabouts of one such individual.
Oh?
An Archon? Truly?
Ha! Fortune favors the righteous, eh? Well then, let's not waste any time. While you go and look for our missing friend, I'll work on modifying the Enterprise. Her hull will need reinforcing to bear the punishment, not to mention a mount for the ram. Just you wait, my pretty. By the time I'm finished, you'll be an airship reborn.
Okay. Tataru found someone. Welcome back, Kiara. How goes the mission? Did you manage to catch up with the Archbishop and his cronies? So you finally arrived at Isis Law, only to find your way barred by some sort of barrier? Typical. But it's not all bad news. I've made progress in the search for our friends. Don't worry, Kiara. We'll get to Isis Law yet. When you fled the Victory Feast, you used the ancient watercourse beneath the city, right? Well, shortly after things went back to normal in Ul'dah, I asked Marshal Tarupin to have the tunnel searched. A logical place to look. It was there that you lost contact with Minfilia, Thancred, and Yistola. Was it not? Dare I ask what the Marshal found? I don't actually know. Pippin's message just said that there had been a discovery and that we were to come to the Hall of Flames at our earliest convenience. I dare not think what it might be. We shall depart at once, Tataru. Let Rangier know to join us in Ul'dah. He will wish to be present as well. Yes, sir. Alright. Use this to teleport to Vesper Bay. Oh, Black Chocobo, okay. Alright. Really? I look away because I thought I was on a straight path and I had hit a invisible wall. There we go. Okay. We are grateful for your assistance, Marshal Tarupin. You saved her grace and father both. 'Tis the least I can do to repay you. Forgive me my impudence, Marshal, but your missive mentioned a discovery. Yes, of course. As per your request, I had my men scour the waterways. Almost immediately, we discovered a difficulty, or we encountered a difficulty. An entire section of the tunnel had collapsed. With the Mineral Concern's cooperation, however, we were able to remove the rubble, which yielded the battered bodies of a dozen Crystal Braves. Go on. Be at ease, Master Alphinaud. Your friends were not among the deceased. That alone is cause for hope. And then there is this. He stole his wand. I had assumed as much. If I may, Marshal. 'Tis as I surmised, judging by the etheric imprint that lingereth yet upon this wand. It hath assuredly been employed in the casting of a most uncommon magic. Namely, the very first that man did discover or did conceive to traverse great distances, and the ancient precursor to all methods of travel that utilize the life stream flow. The spell entails the redirection of the corporeal form into its constitute aether, that the caster might enter the life stream and ride its currents thereby. Unlike the teleportation magics of modern times, it requireth not a lengthy incantation. That Isola should choose to employ such a spell bespeaketh the need or haste. All of which would suggest she managed to escape. Would that it were so simple. Know that the scholars of Charlian forbid the use of this spell, and with good reason. The caster hath but limited control over his course. For every mage who came safely unto his destination, another would be set adrift in the life stream, never to emerge. What? No, you can't mean... Be not downcast, my friends, for there is yet hope. 'Tis like that Isola's passage hath left traces in the life stream. Could we but follow these from the point at which the magic was invoked, we may yet find her. So you're saying there's hope? To the Silde excavation site, then. Our thanks for your aid, Marshal. Do not mention it. I pray for Lady Isola's safe return. Okay. I'm going to have to take a moment to take a quick bio break. BRB. Okay, I'm back. I'm not even going to bother removing this from the stream or from the VOD because I did not take that long at all. Right? Alright, and where is that at? Oh. Central. Okay. I'm just going to use the teleport to get there. People always sweeping that spot. Not sure why. It must be fun for them. Ugh. Okay. Random mount. Oh, it's just a Deathclaw. Alright. Evidence of Istola's passage will have been made faint by time, but mayhap some scant traces yet remain to guide our steps. trail leadeth to the north and east, unto the bottom of into the bosom of the Twelveswood. Are you certain? Aye, there is no mistake. Thither hath Eustola journeyed. And yet the Gridanians have reported no sightings. We must take this to mean she is still adrift. If it be so, I do fear for our friend. Contrary to its name, the life stream is more akin to a raging torrent, lingering over long in the midst of this maelstrom, and the aether that formed one soul shall surely be scattered, ne'er to be reformed. We have no time to waste. Ringer, pray explore all possible options for reversing the effects of this forbidden magic. Kiara, Tataru, we three shall press on to Gridania and petition the Elder Seedseer's aid. Alright, we're going to teleport to Gridania. With return. Alright. This way. It is said that the elementals perceive the life stream. If, as we suspect, Eustola is still adrift in the midst, or in its midst, they may be able to find her. But if we are to appeal to them for assistance, we must needs do so through their chosen, the Pajal. It is imperative, therefore, that we speak with Kan Isana without further delay. I have already requested an audience with the Elder Seedseer. She will receive us at the Lotus Stand presently. We need but speak with the conjurer yonder or to be admitted. The Elder Seedseer awaits. Pray, follow me. Be welcome, my friends, and speak freely. I gather your suit will admit no delay. It will not, my lady. Pray forgive the abrupt nature of our request, but it is a matter of life and death. And so Elfanaut explains the situation. I see. As you say, we must needs act swiftly if we are to free Eustola from the ungent pull of the life stream. And as you've surmised, we cannot do this unaided. However,
In requesting the Elemental's assistance to find Y'shtola, you must needs be aware of one difficulty. A difficulty born of the fundamental difference between man and Elemental.
That being...
In perceiving the world around him, man relies upon senses such as sight and sound. For the sake of convenience, he gives names to such things as are near or dear to him. Being formed of pure ether, however, such concepts are foreign to the elementals. Instead, they perceive by observing the ebb and flow of the energies of life. So profound a division cannot be bridged with simple discourse. The elementals' voices stir not the air, and thus reach not our ears, while our words are but wind to them. Though we seers can commune with them through feelings, naught that we can impart will serve to aid them in identifying Y'shtola. Nay, they must needs be presented with ether which is akin to hers. If you could but find a family member.
Oh! I know just the person!
Oh?
Y'shtola has a sister who came to live in Gridania. She told me about her once.
Oh, that is most fortunate indeed. Pray, seek this sister out then, and bring her to Evershade. There, we shall petition the Great One's aid in finding your lost companion.
All right. If memory serves, Y'shtola's sister is named Emithra. Oh, you know her, do you? Well, then that ought to make things easier. Anyway, she spends most of her time around the falls, from what I recall. Let's look for her there. Emithra. You are the Pictomancer, and we need level 80 to get your class, or your job. Okay. Emithra. There you are. Greetings, Kiara. What brings you here today? I see that you have companions. Lady Emithra, it is an honor to meet you. My name is Alphinaud Livier, and this is Tataru. So, your sister's trapped in the ether. So you are my sister's comrades in the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. When I heard that your people were being pursued, I desperately sought to reach Y'shtola, but all mine efforts were to no avail. Now I know why. A forbidden spell of all things, that she should be so reckless. But what's done is done. I thank you for bringing word to me. Needless to say, I should be grateful or glad to help. Though we were born into different mothers, our veins course with the same father's blood. I hope this will be enough for the elementals. Come, let's make for the forever shade at once.
Let us begin. Raya O, Arun, if you would.
All three of the other white mages.
Hearken to me, O great ones. Pray give yourselves to the life stream, a drifting soul to find.
Please, Y'shtola. Please come back to us.
Please indeed. Sorry, I'm trying to place this down quietly.
There. Now! A room has been readied at the roost. Pray, bear her thither at once.
All right. She's not in the best condition, I take it. Where's Thancred?
All that remains is to pray, my friends.
All right. just seeing her face again, it's... Oh, I've been so worried. Now, we're going to... Let's see. We could do some samurai. Dark Knight would be good to try out as well. Let's go Astrogen. Alright, Astrogen. Alright, the Arcana gauge. Using the actions Astral Draw or Umbral Draw will replace Play 1, Play 2, and Play 3 with their respective Arcana, which will be represented in the Arcana gauge. You can view the job gauge description at any time from the Actions and Traits menu. Alright, we'll also take up Steel Claymore, and that will allow us to equip more stuff. Wait. The blood gauge. This symbol indicates the defensive stance grit in effect, which increases enmity. You can view the job gauge and description at any time from the Actions and Traits menu. I'm not sure why Velveteen Cowl seems to be a quote-unquote better option for it. Right, we have Dark Knight. Next, you know what, just to no, not that, okay, here we go. Alright, that's a Scholar Arm. We're going to equip Samurai Gear. Samurai is a DPS. The Sen gauge displays which of the 3 Sen effects, Setsu, which is the top, Getsu, which is the left, the crescent shape, and Ka, which is the right, the red one, are currently accumulated. Sen is required to perform Iajutsu, the number of Sen accumulated, determining which weapon skill will be executed. 1 for that, 2 for that, and 3 for that. We're going to equip Dark Knight again. And now we're going to equip Astrologen, which will let us go and... Right. the chakram here. Actually, inventory, we need to probably open some of these up. Soft steppers attire. Outsiders attire. True blue attire. And bookworms attire. Alright. Now, Sage, or Dancer first. Alright, the step gauge. Performing a standard step changes the appearance of the step gauge and causes you to start dancing. Following the displayed icons to execute steps in the correct order and ending with a standard finish will increase your damage dealt and that of the party member designated as your dance partner. The remaining duration of these effects is displayable beneath the step gauge. Okay. Go back to Astrologian temporarily. Blue magic is different. And, no, not that. Okay, we're going to go here. We're going to equip the Sage weapon now. And this is what a Sage is dressed like. We'll also take a moment to display headgear. Which are glasses. Okay, this gauge accumulates, stacks, and stored automatically over time. Can be consumed to execute actions such as that and that. Acquired at level 50. Which we start at level 70, what the heck. The gauge builds up stacks of... and the barrier effect of... is completely absorbed. Those stacks can be used to execute toxic... Okay, those are different ones. When active, can be used to enhance the effects of dosis, diagnosis, okay. Very interesting and very much a new class to add. Now go back to Astrologian. And here, alright, we have the Gunblade and the Mechanist. No, I don't want to change. I want to set. Okay, there we go. Now, change back to Astrologian. Oh, I didn't even check the other one. Auto for that. And all right. We're going to do a dungeon as Gunbreaker. Or no. Gunbreaker is level 60. We don't need to do level 60 just to do this. Mechanist is... No. We'll go as Samurai. Samurai is level 50 though. Dark Knight it is. Alright. Duty support. The manor is an interesting one to run, and we'll do it as a tank. Alright, this, I'll go ahead and skip cutscenes going forward and just show you the action of this one. Originally, the storyline for this is that the former butler of this area wanted us to investigate what might be happening because the mistress of the manor had been well, there was a lot going on. I'm not doing good at this. Oh, that's my AoE one. Okay. Alright, now that I got that figured out, we're good to go. Each tank has an AoE ability to draw aggro. I did not know what mine was, and that is why I did not do good. Alright. Okay, there we go. Grab the key. Alright. Let's keep this up. This is going pretty well, I'd say. Dark Knight is an interesting tank. Alright. 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 Nothing. Just have to go over here and get them over here. Targeting me. And keep them targeting me. Because as a tank, if the enemies are hitting you, they're not hitting your friends. And if the healer does their job, you're strong enough to not get knocked out and unleash them on your friends. Your job is not to deal damage, it's not to do the final blow on the enemies. Your job is to be the enemy's punching bag so that they don't hit your friends. Alright. As you know, my primary role for this character is healer, and this is not something they are constantly used for. Alright. And see, we have a healer doing her job. We just have to worry about keeping the enemies focused on us. Fine wax. Okay. Okay. You might be thinking, playing as a tank just requires you to use that AoE skill, really, doesn't it? And you'd be right. The AoE skill and getting out of large areas of effect are the only thing you have to worry about as a tank. That and positioning enemies so that their backs are facing your friends. Okay. I got stunned. Oh no, I got petrified. Unleash, 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 unleash. Okay. There we go. Oh, we don't have a key for that door, huh? That's odd. I must have missed one. Okay. All right. Here we go. Nope. Okay, here we go. Alright, green key, treasure coffer, banner half gloves. Green key used for the ivy door there. And this is the method of the Dark Knight. Just gather all the enemies over here. Okay. Okay, there we go. Grab the key. And we continue on. Okay. There we go. Right, there's a treasure coffer over there we can grab. Manor bandana. Okay. There are 2 tiny keys in there. All right. Tiny key, tiny key. We're not going to attempt to 100% this. We are just going to go through and honestly, at this point, we could probably do with just going and fighting the bosses. I have more or less a handle on how Dark Knight is supposed to play now. Alright. Here I'm tanking the hits. Alright. Let's see. Honestly, this is going better than I thought it would. It took getting used to in the first bit, but all told, it's not doing bad. Alright, this is going good. Just get these guys targeting me and keep them targeting me. go. Alright, got the yellow key, which is for the door right there. So the Carnation door is now open. I don't know which one they're targeting first, and it doesn't matter to me. I just need to keep them both paying attention to me. And get out of this big circle right here. They are targeting the steward first. So far, so good. We're doing good, I would say. And our Jester is going down next. There we go. The Bloody Parchment is the next piece we need to continue on. My bitrate is going wild. I don't know if I'm lagging or not. The sealed barrier is broken by the Bloody Parchment. Manor Sentry is the next thing to be defeated. Not quite a boss. But at the same time, not quite an enemy either. You don't even have to fully defeat it, as it flees back to its mistress, the now demonified lady of the manor. You need to face away from the petrifying eye. And get away from her. We have one over here. Oh, and she uses Seduce now. You gotta be careful of that. Yeah, target me with the one thing that you need the tank to intercept. I am the tank. And get out of there. Okay. And she's using Seduce. Okay, we're doing good, I'd say. We're almost done with this. Okay, there we are. There we go. We got a level up from that as well. And we leave the dungeon. That is a dungeon run with a Dark Knight. And those are the jobs we have acquired. I will be doing some leveling off screen of the Blue Mage and everything. And oh, you can use them in dungeons, it seems. Because that one, you need to go to the long thing and hard. Okay. Unless you don't need to fight it as a Blue Mage. Well, at any rate, let's go ahead and grab the next quest in the line. Isola is resting within within an inn room. Though she's still unconscious, the signs are positive. The conjurers say she is in sound health and should awaken before long. Isn't that wonderful? And now, while we wait for Isola to wake up, I thought I'd take the opportunity to finish my little surprise for her. It's something I've been working on for a while now, and the hopes that she'd one day return to us. It wants her just a couple more items before it's ready. I've already placed orders for these items. Could I ask you to retrieve them for me? One is with the Leatherworkers Guild, and another is with the Conjurers Guild. Speak with Mistress Jiva and Brother Isomuyan, and they ought to take care of you. Alright. We'll go ahead and take care of this quick. Switch back to a job that can actually finish them off. The Leatherworker and Conjurer's Guilds are both in Old Gridania. Leatherworker should be right through the gate over here. Out of all of the cities that I've been to in this game, Gridania is the only one whose layout makes sense. It is not confusing. Leatherworkers Guild right by the merchant area. Well, if it isn't Kiara, looking for some hides to tan, maybe? Or mayhap, here to retrieve an order for Mistress Tataru, you say? You come at a good time. I finished it just moments ago. It was no small coup working it to her specifications, but I did it nonetheless. Payment has already been settled. However, did that girl come by a chimerical hide anyway? You need either balls of steel or a bottomless coin purse. And it seemed to me she had neither. Chimera hide? What? What are you making, Tataru? What are you making? Is it a new outfit for her? Apparently, she does have a need of one. Okay. All right. Conjurer's Guild. Over here. Hello, Guildmaster. Greetings, Kara. I trust you have been well. Is there aught you require of me? Ah, yes, Mistress Tataru's order. As requested, it has been sanctified in the sight of the elementals. I know not what she intends for the staff, but it is a most singular artifact. Even one possessed of my own experience would struggle to wield it. Leather robes and a new staff for Istola? Is that what this is? Let's get this back to Yustola. Here you go. I'm more confused than I was before. Ah, you're back. You have the items, I hope. Yes. And questions. Oh, it's precisely as I requested. A perfect match for the other pieces. Truly. Jiva is a master among masters. And the staff completes the surprise. Thank you so much, Kiara. I can't wait to see what Yustola thinks of this surprise. Unless you wonder, she's doing very well, and the conjurers have left her in her sister's care. Let's go and pay them a visit, shall we? Okay, that's good.
Yustola! I'm so glad you're back!
Tataru.
Oh good, she doesn't have amnesia.
You are safe. Thank the 12. Something has changed about you, Alphino. Or mayhap the change is with me. I seem to sense the ether around me more keenly than before.
I am pleased to see you well again. Do you feel strong enough to talk?
Worry not. I am well enough.
Tell us then, what befell you after you fled the feast? We were told that there had been a tunnel collapse.
That was my doing. I brought the tunnel down that you and Minfidia might escape. At the last moment, I invoked a teleportation magic, in hopes of spiriting Thancred away at least. Needless to say, it did not go quite as planned, and I found myself adrift in the life stream.
What about Thancred, though?
The others? Where are they? Did they not escape?
They remain unaccounted for. You were the only one we have been able to find. I am truly sorry. It was the Crystal Braves who pursued you that day. My hubris that led to our undoing.
No apologies are necessary, Alphino. You are not to blame for what occurred. Know that were our comrades here, they would commend you for keeping the light of hope alive.
Don't worry. The others are alive and well, I'm sure of it. We just need to find them.
Indeed, Tataru. Let us find our friends and rebuild the Scions.
Ha! There is the Alphino I remember. And I feel much the better for his return. 'Tis time I arose.
That reminds me. I have a change of clothes for you. I don't like to boast, but I made them myself. I learned how to weave while we were in Ishgard, you see.
And apparently a staff in place of a wand.
Tataru has apprised me of all that took place in the aftermath of the assassination plot. It would seem I have been away for some while.
Yeah, glad you're still in one
Yes,
piece.
much and more happened during your absence. At present, we seek to follow the Archbishop to Azisla.
And you want for some manner of etheric ram to pierce the floating isle's protective barrier?
We do. Might you be able to furnish us with one?
A means to prise open a hole in an Alagan barrier. And one large enough to admit an airship, no less. Nay, I lack the knowledge to devise such a weapon. But I know of one who could.
Oh?
A leading figure in the field of etheric research, and one of the finest scholars ever to grace Sharlayan. Matoya, my former master.
Oh. New friend, possibly. Still looks absolutely smashing in her new outfit, don't you think? In my youth, I had the honor of studying under Matoya in the field of etheric research. She was without rival. I have no doubt that her knowledge will be of aid to our cause. The question is, will she share it with us? My master has ever been willful. The gods forbid anyone disagrees with her. When the Garlean Empire first marched on Eorzea some 15 years ago, the denizens of Sharlayan were summoned back to the motherland. However, Matoya refused to join the exodus. To this day, she lives a hermit's life on the fringes of the abandoned city. So, it is to the Dravian hinterlands that we must go. To the place of my birth. Oh? Though Alicia and I were born in Sharlayan, our days were short. We remained only until the Exodus, and I have not returned since. Oh, so it is to be a homecoming then. As fine a reason as any to go to Sharlayan, and it would afford us the opportunity to pay my master a visit. I believe you have mistaken our primary objective, Isola. At any rate, the journey will take us through largely unknown territory. Let us first return to Ishgard and make our preparations. All right. I have 4,000 serpent seals. I have far less than I would want. People have such wonderful outfits. And I still just have a mishmash of whatever I have. In fact, let's take a moment to sort all of my stuff. Alright. First and foremost, let's send them out on another expedition. Squadron missions. Now let's send them on this one. And also start training them to try and even their stats out again, which would be good. Now, we're going to take time to summon our Eos. Take the Aetherite. Ethernet to Northern Shroud. We're going to take a random mount. Oh, the airship. We have an airship. I just want to take a moment to appreciate this fact. Just a small skimmer, but we do have our very own airship. All right. Alright, Corthus Central Highlands. And up we go. We're at Dragonhead. We're going to head to the Steps of Faith, go through them, and continue on. Alright, around this mountain, and there is the way to the foundation. And alright, there we go. We are now the Holy See of Ishgard, the Foundation. Levies and clan hunts. Neither of them are job related. Charlan is situated in the Travian hinterlands. To get there, we must strike west and traverse the breadth of the Travian forelands. Make no mistake, it will be a grueling journey. Party shall be comprised of Kiora, Istola, and myself, Tataru. Pray remain in Ishgard and continue the search for our missing friends. Yes, sir. first, let us make for tail feather. We will next time. We spent a lot of the time gathering new jobs, but in doing so, we have acquired a vast amount of things to work with. A very vast amount. Alright, if I can get to level 70 with Conjurer, they're just Arcanist, Astrologian, and Red Mage, I'll get the title I want for my character. But that's going to be it for today. I hope you all had a wonderful time watching this stream. Make sure to have a great day, night, evening, whatever you're up to, whenever you're up to it, wherever you're up to it, however you're up to it, whyever you're up to it, and whoever you're up to it with. If you have a dog, make sure to give them the scritches they need, because they do, and they deserve them. And if you're watching this on Twitch, make sure to drop me a follow. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe down below. Hit that notification, no matter which site you're on, to be updated whenever I go live. And if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to check out my channel here in the middle. If you're not sure where to start, go ahead and check out this playlist over here where I play an entirely different series. If my stuff wasn't for you, but you stuck around anyway, over here on the left is a video YouTube thinks you will like. Go ahead and check out my Discord for chatting and letting everyone know when I'm going live, and so you can vote when I put up a poll. Have a wonderful time. Stay safe. Stay happy. Stay healthy. And I hope to see you next time. Bye. Do you have anything to say, Marco? Tell me all about it. Tell me all about it, Marco. Nothing to say? My dog has nothing to say today. Alright. Bye, everyone.